You know, I don't know why I didn't just put the camera in front of the window the whole time. I'm an idiot. But it's a new day anyway. So, hi. Welcome back to, Conversations with June, which is the fucking dumbest name I could have come up with, but it's the only one that came into my mind, so that's what I'm gonna use. Once again, let's not waste any more time. Let's just get onto the hat and the topics from the hat. I mean, I think you can kind of see some of the things that are said, but I really can't. Like, I don't care, so I'm gonna pick this one. Hopefully it's not turned out that I've put, like... I feel like I've put one back in by accident, but I'm not quite sure. This is idea number 4. 10 years on the internet. Oh boy, okay. So, as it says, I have been using the internet since I was, like, 8, maybe even younger, but I remember using it at, like, 8 earliest. So what have I learned from my 10 years on the internet? Or what has my experience been? Because I can, like... Actually, I'll go through usernames first. I'll go through, like, my growing of usernames. So, I first started off... okay, I need you to remember, I was, like, 8 when I made these usernames. No, I was, like, 6 when I made these usernames. 6, 7, or 8. So they're gonna be bad. My first username was Z-Man, just the letter Z dash man, that then evolved into Z-Man of Doom, and I think I only made it that because it had to, the website that I was on that was using it had, like, a limit, and it couldn't have been Z-Man because I was too short, so I was like, how can I stretch this out? Ah, yes, I will add of Doom to the end. I was not a great child. And those were used for, like, Nickelodeon forums. Those were the 2 names that I used on Nickelodeon forums. I don't know why I used it on those, but okay. So I spent a lot of my time on those, talking about cartoons like Wayside, and other cartoons that don't come up in my mind, because that was the main one I was talking about for some reason. Then I found a website called Dragon Ball Z Online. Oh no, it was DBZ Zone, sorry. It was called DBZ Zone. I don't know if anyone remembers that website. It's really bad. It's a terrible website layout. It looks really bad. I think it still exists, but it's terrible. And on that, I couldn't use Z-Man or Z-Man of Doom because apparently those were both taken. So I did what any other child interested in Dragon Ball Z would do, and made my name a Dragon Ball Z character name. Specifically, Gogeta. And then just that name was taken. So I made it Gogeta 1104. I made it 1104 because 11 was the age I was basically pretending to be. And 04 was, one of my sister's favorite numbers, like just the number 4, so I went 1104, why not, I'll do that. And I used that name for years. Like 8, 9, 10. I got up to like 13 or 14 before I went, I need to change my username. I used, and I also pronounced it Gogeta 1104, and when I was a child and I didn't know it was pronounced Gogeta, I pronounced it as Gogeta 1104. Because I was like, don't say the whole number 1104, that sounds dumb. But I got to 13 or 14 and I went, I need to change my username. I tried 3 other usernames, one of them has stuck. So the first one was Ultimatum 1100, and the other one was Hydro 1109. You can tell that there's a pattern in those 3 names, Gogeta, Ultimatum, and Hydro, and that is mostly that they all have some form of 1100 at the end. And that was because I thought it'd be like, you know what'd be a fun romp, a fun idea? Have that be like the running theme of my usernames. And then that didn't happen. And I got Hyreztrom instead. Which is the username I'm currently using. Which I'm actually pretty happy with. I like the name Hyreztrom. I'm not gonna explain what it means. I'm not gonna do it. A lot of people think it's supposed to be Hyreztrom. It's not that. The reason why it's Strom at the end, or Strom rather, is because of Maelstrom, like a whirlpool. That is the only part I will explain to you. Nothing else matters. I will not explain the rest of it. But I've spent 10 years on the internet. So what have I learned? One thing is there is not a lot of people on the... Well, there are a lot of people on the internet, but there's nowhere near as many as you would think that are out to actively steal you or groom you. I mean, I was 8 using the internet, and I've come out decently sane. Not unreasonably sane, but you know. No one tried to steal me. No one was like, hey, you should give me your address or whatever. By the way, the reason I did that, my mic is here now. You can't see it, which makes me sad, but oh well. Yeah, like no one tried to steal me. No one tried to ask me for my address or anything. In fact, actually, a lot of my friends, a lot of the, like, my greatest friends I've made on the internet. I'll go through some of my, like, current ones another time, because I think I have one that's just, hey, here are my friends. But I will mention one, and it's because I don't remember whatever happened to him. His name was either Omega or Delta something. I couldn't tell you what it was. I could try and go back to the website and try and find out what it is, but I will not know. I don't know whatever happened to that dude. He was 16, I think, the last time we started speaking. No, he was 16 when we first met, and then when I came back online, I messaged him first, and he was like, holy shit, you're alive? He told me a lot of stuff that happened. Basically told me that the website that we used was dead and that he moved to another one. And then he went, by the way, I'm enlisting for the military, so you might not hear from me for a couple of years. And I've never heard from him since. I've not even touched that website since he left. So I don't know how he is. If you know who I am, my dude, if you somehow see this, maybe I'll actually, like, search up who I'm talking about. Maybe I'll put his username here or whatever. If you know this username, if this was you at one point, and you remember talking to a child, could Gogeta1104, that's me. I hope you're alive, my dude. Because I missed you. I think you were a cool guy. What else have I learned from spending 10 years on the internet? As much as there aren't as many people out there trying to groom you or whatever as there are also a lot of people who are out there to actively cause you harm. And I don't mean in the sense of, like, I'm going to, like, hurt you. I mean just in the sense of, like, you know, trolling. I also keep looking at the side thing and not the lens. I need to keep doing that. But yeah, there's a lot of people on the internet that just think it's a good idea to, like, ooh, shit, that think it's a good idea to just, like, oh, you know, I'm on the internet, I'm anonymous, I'm gonna fuck your day up. Why? Why? What is the point? I don't understand that. I actually, like, don't understand why people think it's useful to, like, do that. I've also learned from the internet, 10 years on the internet, long-distance relationships fucking work. I mean, I'm currently, like, I was dating someone for 2 years, and it was a long-distance relationship. I met them through the internet. I met them through League of Legends, goddammit. Now, we're not together anymore. We haven't been together for a year, and that's fine, but, you know, it was a 2-year relationship. And 2 years, like, as at my age, at the age of 18, is a very long-term relationship. I think that's a good sign. Like, even though it broke off, I still think that, like, long-distance relationships can work. I know a lot of people who say that they tried it, or, like, they were in it, and they were in it for a couple of years, and then it broke off, and they went, it doesn't work. I think that if it lasts, like, more than a year, you can't say it doesn't work, because obviously you were trying to be there for a long-ass time. Ooh, I'm trying to think now, because I've spent a lot of time on the internet. I'm trying to, like, figure out what I've been... Oh, I've been there for a lot of things. I was there when people started talking about the deep web. I was there when people were starting to, like, basically create the concept of Slender Man. If you fucking remember. I was there when Hey first, like, got popular. Back when Nyan Cat first got popular. Which doesn't sound as old as you think it is, but it's an old ass fucking meme. Oh god. What else was I was there for a lot of things. I was there for 4chan being 4chan. I will say, I was gone for, like, a year, because I moved to Zimbabwe for a little bit, basically a year. So that made me, like, basically stay away from the internet for a year. And I came back, And in that time I came back, fucking Hitalia's popularity came and went. That whole idea of cringy weeaboos being on the internet started, and I didn't really quite know that. Fucking, like, neck beards had just started becoming a thing. Like, as in saying the word "milady" was was a bad decision. And my tiny-ass 12-year-old self did not know this. So, I first came back. I came back to England. I sat on a computer, sat on the internet for the first time, saw someone use the term "milady" or like saying I'm a knight or whatever. And because I'm 12 and I like fantasy shit, my brain goes, "Oh, that's sick as fuck." And I met this girl, or this person, I guess now, even though I haven't seen anything from them in years. And I didn't realize that was a cringy thing to do. So I started using it with them. That friendship did not turn out that well. That person ended up thinking that I was stalking them, ended up, like, unfollowing me because, hey, anybody who says the words "milady" tend to be kinda weird. And I mean, I guess they're not wrong about me being weird. I mean, I'm doing this, and that's a sign about something. I don't know what, but it's a sign of something. Yeah. So that was the situation, but that was, like, years ago. I mean, something similar happened when I was 15, I think I was 15, but it wasn't necessarily me being milady. It was that I started becoming a lot more comfortable, about, like, complimenting people, and this person took it the wrong way. I have kind of apologized to them, but not through the best means. What I did was shitty. I didn't realize that it was shitty at the time, because I did not realize how it was being misinterpreted. The last time I spoke to the person, and I finally got in contact with them, I went, "I'm sorry, I did not realize how it would come across. It was not my intentions. I am sorry, you never have to speak to me again." They haven't spoken to me since. And that's A-O-fucking-K. What else? What have I learned from being on the internet for 10 years? I mean, I've learned really fucking dumbass bullshit facts that no one needs to know. I've also become very, very desensitized. I'm not gonna share what happened the other day, because I don't like the dude who showed the video to me. I'm just gonna say the words chicken, and if the dude knows who they are, then fuck you. But I got shown a video that would disturb any other person, but because I've been on the internet before, because I've stumbled onto the deep web before, I saw it and just went, "That's gross," and then proceeded on with my day. Forgot about it, but still went, "Yeah, I didn't need to see that today." Like, I had another friend next to me who saw it, and he was, like, cringing for the rest of the day, and I was just like, eh. So, you know, I'm pretty desensitized, though some people will say that's because of movies. I don't know. I don't care. 10 years on the internet is a fucking long-ass time. You see a lot of shit go down that you kind of wish you didn't see go down. I've also come to realize within those 10 years, also, what the that's like, I don't know if you can hear that. I hope you can't. There was just like a crying child outside. I will punch that child. I shouldn't say that. I'm not gonna punch a child. I'm not gonna punch anyone's child. Let's get that out of the way. No child will be punched today. But yeah, I've just spent like a lot of time on the internet. I've seen a lot of things come and go. I've seen a lot of things like gain in popularity. I've seen a lot of things lose in popularity. Shit, I forgot what I was saying because the baby fucking cried. God damn it. Oh yeah, okay, now I remember. I have learned something from the internet, and that is that, things being done by children who don't know any better does not equal cringy. What I consider cringy, because, you know, there's a lot of cringe compilations on stuff like YouTube and Tumblr and Twitter and stuff. What I consider cringy, and I hate using the term now because it's been so fucking sullied by the internet, is basically, you are an adult, you should know better, you technically have no, like, mental illness or no mental, like, disability that would tell me otherwise that you wouldn't know this stuff. Best example is, if you go onto Reddit, and see any of those like straight white boys texting or like "are nice guys" or "are nice girls" posts, and you see these people being like straight dick. No, it's not even that. It's the role-playing ones. The role-playing ones, to me, like, especially for like an older ass adult, and you start off a conversation with role-playing, and you know that the person like, and you haven't asked the person if they're fine with it. What is up with that, my dude? Calm down. Let that person breathe. Know the person first. Ask them if it's okay if you talk like that. Like, because if I met someone personally, like online or otherwise, they came up to me and was like, "Start sniffing you, ooh." I'm not talking to them. I'm not giving them my time, because you immediately establish yourself as a creep and someone who doesn't know personal space, and I don't need you in my life. Go away. God. I've also learned that there's a shit ton of talent on the internet, my dude. Like, so much talent. This has also been the longest one so far. The longest, like, recording. I'm gonna have to cut this down. But I've learned a lot. Like, I will say, spending 10 years on the internet, you'd think I fucking hate it. I kind of love the internet. 10 years on the internet kind of shows that I have a little bit of a dependency on it. But that also doesn't help because, you know, in a new age of social media and shit, you kind of need to be connected to the internet in some form. You need social media. You need stuff like YouTube and Twitter and stuff to like push your format, push your content if you're making content. So, you know, that's kind of part of it. But, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so very much for watching this episode. 10 years on the internet is a long ass time. I'm gonna be spending even more years on it, hopefully, until the internet, you know, becomes something that we just inject into our brains. But until then, thanks so very much for watching, and I hope you all have a very nice day, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.